Have you ever given birth? If you haven't, then you won't be able to relate to the joys of moving. I don't want you to think that you got the wrong video. You got the right video. I bet you're so excited to pack, unpack, and lift heavy objects. We have recently moved cross country from California to Kansas, and boy was it fun. No joke. I love moving.
Says no one ever.
No, I'm serious. I love changing my mailing address like 50,000 times. Well, enough of me. Let's get down to business. But before we begin, please don't forget to hit like and please subscribe. It really does help me. Number one tip I'm gonna give you is a no-brainer. It's to purge. Purge everything. The moment you find out you're moving, whether it's 3 months, 6 months ahead, make sure you start going through your stuff and purging the things you don't need. Start 3 piles in your garage or wherever you have space. Start a sell pile, start a donate pile, and start a throw away pile. For your first pile, the sell pile, very, very important. Make sure that you go through your stuff and think, would anybody want this? Even if you think nobody would want it, your trash is somebody else's treasure. Be smart and realistic about it. If you think it would sell, sign up for a Facebook Marketplace. I started an account there just because I didn't want to throw away stuff. It was during the pandemic and nobody was trying to meet up with anyone, so I started that thinking that they can just go to my house and pick it up at my front door. If you're not comfortable with that, then make sure you do set up a meet and greet. Just wear your mask. If you think it's a waste of time, then think again, because $5 here and $5 there adds up, okay? I made about $1,500 just selling through Facebook Marketplace. Donate, donate, donate. Because why? It is for tax purposes. Tip number 2, gather your supplies, and not just gather your supplies, but put them all in one basket. If you have a basket or a box, put them all in there, because when you're packing from room to room, you forget that you don't have scissors or you forget you don't have markers. You have them all in one basket. You can just take this from room to room and go. For your boxes, the moment you know that you're moving, make sure you start accumulating all these boxes that you get in the mail. So your Amazon boxes, you can use those easily for your bathroom, for your kitchen. These mailers too, these are amazing, okay? You can cut them in pieces and actually use it to protect your plates, all your breakable stuff. So don't throw these away. So obviously you're gonna need tons of boxes, okay? You'll need more boxes than you think you need. I personally don't pay for boxes. I usually talk to friends and my coworkers or like the cleaning people at my work and tell them, hey, I'm moving, can you guys please save boxes aside for me? And that usually works. If you don't have that resource, check out Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes you can find boxes for free that way. So for your supplies, make sure that you have a tape dispenser and tons of extra packing tape. For the tape dispenser, this is gonna save you a whole deal of time. You don't have to stop and look for scissors every time you have to cut the tape. Make sure that you invest in a good one. This can last you a lifetime. Also gonna need, like I said, extra tape. Have painter's tape. This would be a good thing to use to label things that you don't want sticky stuff or goo to get stuck on. You also would need tons of Ziplocs. Ziplocs, why? So if you're like taking the screws out of your TV or any of your furniture, make sure you put in a Ziploc and tape it to the furniture so you don't lose your screws. I mean, you might lose your screw, but so you don't lose your screws. Also, you're gonna be needing garbage bags. If you can get a hold of Contractor bags, they're much bigger and you can fit almost anything in those things, then that would be great. But if you don't, trash bags will do. Very important thing are Sharpies. Make sure you have them in here. So every time you box up something, label it. The other thing I would like to recommend is to buy a shrink wrap roll. Those big things that look like saran wraps. Wrap all the big furnitures that you need to do, so when you're moving, all the doors and drawers won't be popping out as you go, and it also protects the whole furniture itself. And last but not the least, your handy dandy cutter or scissors, just in case you need it. Tip number 3, pack 1 to 2 boxes each day. It's never too early to start packing. So while you're in the kitchen cooking, make sure you're going through all these drawers and throwing stuff that you don't need. Purge, purge, purge. While you're brushing your teeth, go pack a single box and look through your items and make sure that you're getting rid of stuff you want to throw away. Tip number 4, minimize your lifestyle. Meaning, if you have 2 or 3 bathrooms, make sure that you clean the other 2 and just use 1 bathroom. We actually did this ourselves. There's only 3 of us in the family, so we cleaned out 1 bathroom and I told my son, don't use that bathroom and just start using my bathroom. This would also work well if you have a couple bedrooms that you don't use. Under minimizing your lifestyle, make sure that you go through your kitchen cabinets and your pantry and make sure you start eating stuff that you can eat and cook the stuff that you can cook out of your freezer and your fridge, so you don't have to move those things over to the new house. Tip number 5, label everything. I can't stress this enough. There's no way you can over label a box. If it's a kitchen box, write down in big letters, kitchen. Make sure you get really specific about this and make sure you write down cookie cutters or rolling pins or baking soda. Be specific. I have done this so many times. I think, you know what? I'm gonna remember that this is the box where I put my KitchenAid in, but you're gonna forget because of all the craziness of moving. Also, if you have something fragile in the box, make sure you label it fragile. I mean, it's a no-brainer, you guys, but sometimes we are not paying attention and we do forget. It also helps if you use a different colored pen. Red would be great. I don't have a red Sharpie right now, so I'm gonna show you a different color. Green. Red would be great because it will definitely catch the eye and make sure the movers will hopefully take better care of that box than all of your other boxes. But one can only hope. Oh my gosh, my son's been eating my gingerbread house. Tip number 6, use trash bags and contractor bags. I can't stress this enough. If you don't have enough boxes, that's okay to use these trash bags, but just make sure that you use a different color trash bag for the stuff that you're gonna keep and a different color trash bag for the things you're gonna either donate or throw away. When it comes to clothes, you don't know which ones are which, and you might end up donating the things that you actually like to keep for yourself and keeping the stuff that you were supposed to donate. So make sure that you use a different color. For us, we actually didn't have different color trash bags, so I just tied a ribbon on the things that I wanted to keep, or use a washi tape or use any kind of tape to make sure that you remember that those are things to keep. Also, if you are using a contractor bag, those things are really, really big, so they can easily get really heavy. So just make sure that you know just to put the fluffy stuff and the light stuff like pillows, blankets, linens, towels in those contractor bags, because it can easily get to like 50 pounds or so. Tip number 7, use every space like it's premium space. Meaning, if you're packing shoes, make sure that you fill every nook and cranny of those little holes. Especially if you are moving cross country, then every space is premium space. So get a vacuum seal bag, put a whole drawer full of clothes in there, and then vacuum the air out, and there you go. Tip number 8, keep your valuables and your documents with you at all times. We actually use pods to move us cross country, and it was so much more easier for us because we just packed everything in there, and then all our valuables and things that we needed, the essentials, stayed in the truck with us while we traveled through from California to Kansas. Tip number 9 is pack an essentials bag that you would need with you when you do move into your next house. So in those essential bags, you might need toilet paper for your new place, you might need hand soap, you might also need stuff for your kitchen like paper towels. All those essentials you can pack in a box or a basket, but for us, crates really are amazing. If you don't have one of these, you can buy these at Costco for like $6 and you can easily, I'm having a tough time opening it, but just like that. And you can carry it with you everywhere you go. For us, we also have different crates for different things. Like we had a crate that had our coffee maker in there. We had our air fryer in there as well because we can't live without our air fryer. Also, your rice cooker, guys. If you're Asian, you know what I'm saying. You might want the first crate of stuff to go with you in your new place. So under essentials, make sure that you pack a luggage with you. Pack like you're packing for an overnight trip or more if you are going cross country. Make sure you pack essentials like cell phone chargers, your iPad chargers, your medication, toiletries, socks, clothes, shoes, all these things that you do need on a regular basis. Pack them all in a luggage or a crate, whatever works for you, but make sure you have it with you at all times. And for your last tip, make sure that before you start packing stuff, make sure you take pictures of your old house, meaning your frames, how your art is hung up, how your furniture looks like before you start dismantling it. You can always refer to the pictures as you put these things back together. And for your bonus tip, make sure if you're enlisting your friends or family to help you move that you have everything boxed up, because they didn't come to your house to help you pack. They went to your house to help you move, actually move, not pack, but move. I know it could be stressful, but make sure that you just have fun while packing. Be intentional about staying in the moment. There you go, folks. I'm all done with all my tips, tricks, and hacks of moving. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye, guys.